Welcome back to AM Northwest. You know, for all that has changed in our area over the years, many things have still remained the same. Here to share more about a new photography exhibit juxtaposing Portland's past and present, we welcome from the Oregon Historical Society Executive Director Carrie Timchuk and professional photographer Peter Marbach. Good to have you guys with us.
Thank you for having us.
Let me first ask you, Carrie, though, what brought on this idea for the exhibit? What inspired it?
Well, in June, this coming June, we're going to open a new permanent exhibit at OHS about the history of Portland.
Okay.
Called Rivers, Roses, and Rip City.
Love it.
So leading up to it, building some excitement, came up with this idea of inviting Peter, who we've used before, one of the Northwest great photographers.
Absolutely.
We gave him some of our old photos from our collection of Portland photos and said, go find that exact same place and take a picture now. To see what has changed from 150, 75, 25 years ago.
Wow. Okay, so Peter, this is quite the challenge, I would think.
Yes. Well, a little bit different from landscape photography, but yeah, the challenge was to not only define these places, but to try to capture them in a somewhat aesthetic manner.
Right, the same way.
You know, there's some areas of Portland that aren't all that aesthetic, but the other challenge was these archival photos. Some of them came with detailed information. Many of them with very little, like saying a street scene in Portland.
Oh yeah, so it didn't say where it was.
That gives me a lot of detail,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, not so much.
So I spent a lot of time just driving around and trying to find it. But I had an old-fashioned clipboard with 8x10 black and white photos and just holding them up and saying, where is this? Where is this?
Oh, interesting. Let's show our viewers what we're talking about. So let's start with the steel bridge, and you'll tell me, you'll show me what exactly. Let's start with that.
Yeah. So so the historical one was taken, I think, in the 1920s, and it was the same time period as during the Fleet Week during Rose Festival.
Oh yeah.
So it wasn't all that challenging to locate it because the steel bridge is there. But the challenge was that.
Oh wow! Looks identical.
Well, the challenge was that there was only a few days to do it during Fleet Week. And it was literally came down to the last day that my images were due for the exhibit. So I'm on the phone.
No way.
I made a contact with the bridge operations manager. Shout out to Alicia. So every day I'd be on my phone saying, okay, when's the ship coming? Is it coming now? Is it late? So it was all a matter of timing. Just standing by the shore waiting for the ship to come through and hoping that the light was good.
Wow, I love it. Okay, let's do Broadway Street, because I understand that was kind of challenging for you to get, right?
Yes, well that was the electric building, and to replicate that I had to crawl out a 5th-story window and stand on a rather precarious fire escape. And the fire escape, you know, I had my tripod and it would move a little bit, so it would wobble, so I had to wait for it to be calm, and just wait for it. So I was asked to recreate that streak of lights. It was a long exposure, so I had to keep my camera steady. But I was there all during the festival and got many great photographs of the actual parade. But those are the floats going by. Just like a 15, 20-second exposure where you get those streaking lights. But what's amazing is that it's relatively the same.
Yeah, that's kind of what.
My favorite one about that, Helen, is in the old photo, which I think is 1913. So there's not one but 2 fur stores on Broadway in Portland.
Don't see those anymore.
No, so.
Wow. Okay. Let's do Albina, Williams and Russell, and they're this is a very different area now.
Well, yes, because you know, I went out there to the intersection, and there was nothing that I could say that was left over from that particular view. But it turns out that in the 1970s there was the urban renewal that went on, and that area was raised. A lot of neighborhoods.
That's completely different.
Completely different, and so I wasn't quite sure what we were going to come up with that would be interesting. But then I discovered just 3 blocks away was the Onion Dome that you see in the original photo. It's now a part of the. It's called Dawson Park. I'm hoping. Yeah, there it goes. So. That was wonderful. That they salvaged that, and it's now a beautiful little park called Dawson Park in the Albina district.
They saved that.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was nice to be able to find a remnant of it that's quite beautiful.
Right. And then the Japanese garden.
Yes, that was lovely. Well, I was so happy because the 2023 was the 60th anniversary of the creation of the Japanese gardens when it formally opened, and so it was wonderful working with the staff there to coordinate this photo shoot in the exact same place, same tools, same technique. Just a matter of you know, getting there at the right time.
Yeah. I think, Carrie, what is the takeaway for people who go to see the exhibit?
Well, it's been so much fun whenever I walk down that hallway where this exhibit is. People talking, pointing, looking, taking photos of the photos, because it's just fascinating to see how Portland has changed, and as you said, how it might not have changed over the course of the time. But leading up to our new permanent exhibit coming in June, just getting people talking about the history of Portland. And if there's a theme in the exhibit that opens in June, It's that Portland has always faced challenges.
Yes,
And they've
absolutely.
always overcome the
And
challenges.
things are cyclical.
Exactly.
right?
So
Yeah.
sending a little optimistic note that the challenges Portland faces, we can overcome them.
Yes, and we do have secrets we want to reveal to the viewers about both of you. You were with Up With People,
Oh,
so very positive, and you were on.
I was a 4-time Jeopardy champion.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, my
love,
gosh.
it. Love it, love
Blast
it.
from the past. Yeah.
We want to tell everyone then they can check out the Oregon Historical Society, and we'll put more information on our website at KATU.com.
And we always like to remind Helen that for Multnomah County residents, free admission
Yes.
every day of the week, thanks to the voter pass levy.
Yeah, thank you both so much. Great work.
Thank you so much.
All right, we'll be right back with more AM Northwest. Don't go away. Up, up.